Judi. I'm owner of Pourtilla Company. I'm so excited that you're going to use our product. I think you will love it. I worked on it for 7 years, and so we're going to get to it, and I'm going to show you how to make it so you can make this for your family. So what we're going to do first is I am going to have you go ahead and get a 2-cup measuring cup and pour your mix in a 2-cup measuring cup. And then you're going to preheat your pan. If you'll just have your pan, have your stove setting on low, your skillet does need to be hot when you get started. So go ahead and hit it on low. Electric is fine. I use gas, but this recipe was birthed on an electric stove, so either will work just fine. So we're going to get busy mixing. Measurement is real important, especially with gluten-free. So I have pre-measured in my other 2-cup measure. This is 1 cup of warm water plus 1 tablespoon. And so we are going to pour this into the mix. I'm going to just kind of stir that up, and you are going to want to pour this into a high-speed blender so there aren't any lumps. So I'm going to do that right now. I just am using a magic bullet. Any high-speed blender will work well. So as you see, it's lumpy, that's fine. Just be sure you get everything in your mixing. All right. Just need to stand here for just a second. And that's plenty. And I just go ahead and pour it back in my 2-cup measure. And I'm going to use this spatula to go ahead and clean the rest out. There we go. I'm a very messy cook, so this will make approximately 7 tortillas. If you're using a 1/4 cup measuring cup, you're going to get approximately 7 out of it. You can, I grease my pan, my skillet with a brush and grease. You can spray your pan. I just don't like using the spray because it has, most of them have soy in them. And so I just use, go ahead and use oil, a high heat oil. Okay, I tell you what I didn't do. Go ahead and turn your burner. You want it close to medium. On an electric, if you're using an electric stove, usually it's right at medium that you need for electric. So we're going to let that get hot. I can go ahead and pour it in. You're going to pick up your pan because you're going to be turning. I don't know if you can see, there we go. Working it in there. Set that back down. I go ahead and pour the next one just to get it ready while this one's cooking. Once your pan reaches that temperature, these are going to, the next 6 are going to cook a lot faster. Okay. So as soon as the edges, you'll see here, they're starting to brown a little bit. So it's time to flip it, okay? And I go ahead and just, don't be afraid to get your fingers into it. And we're letting the other side brown just a little bit. As you see, I'm getting some bubbles here, a little bit of bubbling, and I'm going to go ahead and check that. And see how pretty that is. And it's ready to put on your cooling rack. These are great for doing fillings and things like that, and so you can let it cool or not cool before you fill it. It's up to you. But I wanted to show you how flexible it is. So you've got your filling, and I just spread my filling in there, and I just do it like this, and this, and this, and you see how it just holds together beautifully. You don't have the tearing, and then also when you want to, I want you to see the texture of it. It's just wonderful. Now with the chocolate tortilla, again, you're going to, in a 2-cup measuring cup, put your mix. I've already pre-measured prepared coffee. That is a full cup plus a tablespoon. Exact measurement really is important on your liquids. And what's fun is you can actually use your favorite flavor of coffee to kind of be a little adventurous if you want to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to add this coffee to the mix. And just using a fork kind of helps, it kind of sticks to a spoon a lot more, so that's why I use a fork. My nephew was kind enough to teach me that. So now I'm going to pour that in my little, you need to put it in a high-speed blender as well. Need to get every last delicious drop of this. Just blend it a few seconds on high speed. And that's good. This also will make about 7, sometimes I can get 8 out of the chocolate mix. I'm going to use a 1/4 cup measuring cup, and that's how, in doing that, it will end up being about 7. As you see, it's real wet. The chocolate, if you've not done the original Pourtillas yet, just to give you the heads up, is the chocolate one does cook a lot faster. I have again preheated my skillet, which is very important. Now I'm going to turn it to my desired temperature. I'm going to take this, and pouring it quickly is important because it starts cooking immediately. You're just going to spread it around, turn around here and you can see better. Kind of got a fun shapes going on here. Keep pouring it, there we go. It's not going to be perfectly round. I wish you could smell that chocolate. It smells delicious. It is yummy. This is going to brown pretty quickly, and as you can probably see, there are, it's bubbling up some. Because of the sugar in the mix, it browns, it makes it, of course it caramelizes a little bit, that's why it cooks more quickly. So I'm just checking it. You can lift it just a little bit to see, and don't be afraid of it. They're real fun to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and flip that. And I didn't really brown this very much because I don't, I find rather that it's better not to brown the chocolate ones like you do the original. The originals, it brings out the flavor of the grain, but with the chocolate ones, it's better to not brown those. So, and you'll see that it'll start bubbling here just slightly. You can see the little bubbles forming. And a little browning is fine, but you don't want near the browning that you have on the original flavor. And it's ready. See there? Yummy. It's ready for your filling. I hope you enjoy your tortilla. I'm so excited that you chose our product. It is free of gluten, of course, that's why you picked it, but it's also corn-free, dairy-free, egg-free, nut-free, rice-free, soy-free, and egg-free. Enjoy. It tastes yummy.